When particle sizes of solid matter in the visible scale are compared to what can be seen in a regular optical microscope, there is a little difference occurs in the properties of the particles. But when the particles are created with dimensions of about 1 to 100 nanometers, the material's property changes significantly from those at larger scales. This is the size scale where so-called quantum effects rule the behavior and properties of the particles. Properties of materials are size dependent in this scale range. Thus, when particle size is made to be nanoscale, properties such as melting point, fluorescence, electrical conductivity, magnetic permeability, and chemical reactivity changes as a function of the size of the particles. Atomic force microscopes or AFMs give us a window into this nanoworld. Atomic force microscopy is the most versatile and powerful microscope technology for studying samples at nanoscale. It is versatile because an AFM can not only image in three-dimensional topography, but it also provides various types of surface measurements to the needs of scientists and engineers. It is powerful because an AFM can generate images at atomic resolution with Armstrong scale resolution height information and with minimum sample preparation. The atomic force microscope was developed to overcome a basic drawback with scanning tunneling microscope or STM, which can only image the conducting or semiconducting surfaces. The AFM has the advantage of imaging almost any type of surface, including polymers, ceramics, composites, glass, and biological samples. Binig, Quet, and Jarber invented the AFM in 1985. The AFM consists of a cantilever with a sharp tip at its end that is used to scan the specimen surfaces. The cantilever is typically made of silicon nitride with a tip radius of curvature of the order of nanometers. The force between the tip and the sample deflects the cantilever according to Hooke's law. In general, the force between the cantilever and the sample is the sum of van der Waals, electrostatics, magnetostatic, electrodynamic, and capillarity forces. Now, we shall learn about how the AFM works. The working principle of AFM comprises of three parts: surface scanning, detection method, and finally the imaging. An AFM uses a cantilever with a very sharp tip to scan over a sample surface. As the tip approaches the surface, the close range attractive force between the surface and the tip causes the cantilever to deflect towards the surface. However, as the cantilever is brought even closer to the surface, such that the tip makes contact with it, increasingly repulsive force takes over and causes the cantilever to deflect away from the surface. Now, a laser beam is used to detect cantilever deflections towards or away from the surface by reflecting an incident beam of the flat top of the cantilever. Any cantilever deflection will cause slight changes in the direction of the reflected beam. A position sensitive photodiode (PSPD) can be used to track these changes. Thus, if an AFM tip passes over a raised surface feature, the resulting cantilever deflection is recorded by the PSPD. An AFM images the topography of a sample surface by scanning that cantilever over a region of interest. The raised and lowered features on the sample surface influence the deflection of the cantilever, which is monitored by the PSPD. By using a feedback loop to control the height of the tip above the surface with maintaining constant laser position, an AFM can generate an accurate topographic map of the sample surface. There are mainly three different operating modes for an AFM: contact mode, non-contact mode, and the tapping mode. In contact AFM mode, the tip makes soft physical contact with the sample surface. According to Hooke's law, the deflection of the cantilever is proportional to the force acting on the tip. In this method, the cantilever scans across a sample surface because the cantilever is in contact with the surface. Strong repulsive force causes the cantilever to deflect as it passes over topographical features. Usually, we use the contact mode for the hard samples. In non-contact mode, the cantilever oscillates just above the surface as it scans. A precise high-speed feedback loop prevents the cantilever tip from crashing into the surface, keeping the tip sharp and leaving the surface untouched. As the tip approaches the sample surface, the oscillation amplitude of the cantilever decreases. By using the feedback loop to correct for these amplitude deviations, one can generate an image of the surface topography. Tapping mode is alternative technique to contact mode. In this case, the cantilever again oscillates just above the surface, but at a much higher amplitude of oscillation, near about 20 to 300 kHz. The bigger oscillation makes the deflection signal large enough for the control circuit, and hence an easier control for topography feedback. It produces modest AFM results but blunts the tip's sharpness at a higher rate, ultimately speeding up the loss of its imaging resolution. We usually use the non-contact or tapping mode for the soft samples like biological samples, thin organic films, etc. Here, I am sharing some important questions about AFM. Please subscribe my channel. If you like this video, then please share with others. Thanks for watching.